Hi Aries, welcome to your July 2019 General Tarot reading. Crowning your first week, you have the Six of Fire. And it's clarified by the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So Aries, I think you're having victory in a lot of aspects of life here. You're getting new opportunities in work with the Ace of Pentacles. This could be, seemingly out of nowhere. I think a lot of these opportunities are very unexpected, like you did not expect this to happen, or maybe you didn't expect this to happen so soon. You're also having some sort of victory within your relationships, within how you feel about yourself as well. I think that the Ace of Cups can also represent, not just someone else filling our cup, but filling our own cup as well. I think you've really filled your own cup this month, or you will be filling your cup this month with lots of compliments, complimenting yourself in the mirror, feeling good about yourself, because you are having victory in so many things that it kind of manifests. You're feeling very confident this month, very abundant as well. You have the Ten of Water for your second crowner, and it's clarified by the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So, two eights here. 8 flipped is infinity, so this can represent infinite cycles. I think that maybe you recently have moved in with somebody, or maybe you have started some sort of new home life. It doesn't have to literally be moving in with somebody, but you could have moved in with somebody, or you've started some sort of new home situation that was very unexpected. It possibly happened very last minute. But it is very fulfilling for you. There is the Ace of Cups here. It's unexpected, but it's fulfilling. So it's not a bad thing. It's just like, wow, I did not expect this to happen, but I like it. I'm happy it happened. However, there's still a little bit of fear of the future. Not really knowing if this is going to work out. I do think some of you have recently either gotten married or gotten into a relationship of some sort. And there's still, like I said, there's still fear, going back and forth, not really sure about if this is the right thing, if you've made the right decision, because like I said, this was very unexpected. You did not expect this relationship to happen, or you didn't expect this move-in to happen. It doesn't literally have to be a relationship. Maybe you've recently moved in alone. Maybe you're solo by yourself. I don't think that's the case with a lot of you. I think you either have a roommate or you're moved in with a romantic partner, but you didn't expect this to happen. And there's kind of just this energy of, oh, did I make the right decision? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't expect this to happen, so was it the right choice? I don't want to mess up. I don't want things to go south, So there is just this slight fear. It's not very intense. It's really not. It's more of just like fear of the unknown. That's kind of what I'm picking up in terms of a home situation, not really knowing what's going to happen next. So there is fear here, but Aries kind of likes the unknown, because Aries likes all things exciting, and the unknown can be a little exciting, because you're not predicting, much like Aries, very unpredictable sign. This situation is very unpredictable. So I think even though there's this, fear of the unknown, you kind of dig it, you really like it, and you roll with it. So you have the Two of Water for your next crowner, and it's clarified by the Four of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So like I said, I think some of you have recently embarked on some sort of new relationship journey with with a partner. It could be in work as well, because I do have Pentacles here. Maybe some of you have made some sort of commitment at work. This doesn't have to necessarily mean a marriage. I see this as my commitment card. So if you make a commitment at work, like if you've signed some sort of contract, I think that that's kind of what, for some of you, this is what has happened. It could be with a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe a fire sign, maybe a Leo possibly, but could be another Aries, could be a Sagittarius. But I think there's kind of like a back and forth here. I have two twos here, which represents duality, decision making, going back and forth, not really sure if you've made the right decision or not. I think you're growing very close to somebody, possibly in a work situation, or even in a relationship, like that you're romantically involved with this person. And like I said, there's fear of the unknown. So you're still going back and forth, not really sure. You're weighing your options, right? You're like, okay, well, I could do this. I could go solo and, maybe I'll have more options. or I could stay in this relationship, be stable, and whatever. Like, whatever is going through your head, you're going back and forth between two decisions. And it is in terms of a commitment. It could be a work commitment as well. Like, maybe you're like, oh, well, is this person a good work? Do they have a good work ethic? Can I trust them? Can I trust them to do their duties involving work? Because I think whoever this is that you're connecting with, whether it's work related or relationship related, I think this person is very, very different from you. So it's quite good. I like to see relationships where there is a big difference in the way that people think, because, you know, if you dated somebody who is the same as you, you know, they wouldn't be able to offer you new ideas. You guys would just be doing the same thing all the time, and it would get boring, and Aries doesn't like boring. That's the last thing that Aries likes. So I think that you like the excitement that this person brings you, you know, because like I said, they're unpredictable. They're very different from you, and you enjoy that. You like that about this person. So you have the Five of Fire for your last card, your last crowner. And it's clarified by Strength and the Queen of Pentacles. So some of you could be connecting with an earth sign, maybe a Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I see here that there is a very stable, strong connection with somebody here, whether it's, you know, a romantic relationship or work related. However, like I said, there is a strong difference between the two of you. And that can create conflict sometimes, because Five of Fire is my ultimate conflict card. So competing goals, maybe you and this person have two different goals. You know, if it's a work situation, you have two different goals that you're trying to achieve, and they're very different from each other. So you have to learn to work together to kind of merge these two goals to become one. For people who are in relationships, it could be that, you know, maybe your partner's doing something very different from you in work. And, you know, you have something that you're doing in work, and it's very different. Your ideas are very different, but that's okay, because you guys enlighten each other. You know, having differences is okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing. But it can, you know, it can create conflict. If there is conflict, it is because of the vast differences in thinking and thought process. I also think that, you know, some of you are definitely living with somebody. You know, even if it's not a romantic partner, even if it's just a roommate, there's like this energy of bothersome details. You know what I mean? It's like when you move in with somebody, you start to notice all of the little things that make them fucking annoying, right? So that's kind of what's going on here. You're starting to notice all the little things about somebody that make them very, like, that make them themselves. I mean, granted, you know, they still are a human at the end of the day, and we have things about us that are annoying too, you know? So maybe they're seeing the things about you that are very annoying as well. Like bothersome, it's like little things, you know what I mean? Like maybe they don't pick up their plate after dinner, or, you know, maybe they're bad about cleaning the dishes, or maybe they leave the toilet seat up. Like, I don't know. It could be a vast multitude of different things, but there's kind of like little things that create conflict here, and it is like because you are very different from this person. But it's very stable. You know, this connection with this person is very stable. You have the Queen of Pentacles underlying, so if you're connecting with an earth sign, this could be a very stable connection for you. Very grounding as well. I think it's a very grounding connection. Very strong too. Like these conflicts are not going to break you and this person. It's not going to, you know, come between the two of you. It only makes you stronger. In fact, you know, when you do have these conflicts, it kind of does make you stronger, because you and this person possibly resolve situations in a way that it does make you stronger, and it makes you more stable versus you allow it to break you apart. Oh, I see you, Aries. I see you. You got an eye out for opportunity. So you have the Page of Swords for your first clarifier. I see this as like he's searching for an opportunity. Some of you guys are single. You know, you single Aries you're on the prowl. You know what I mean? You're on the prowl for new love, for new people in your life. I think you're almost like even searching for people who are doing you wrong too, and you're willing to cut their asses out, if I'm being honest. I think that you're done with the BS, and if anybody does betray you, you're just gonna cut them out, because you don't need that in your life. You're at a point where you're very stable, you're very abundant, and you're just looking for more opportunities to grow. And if somebody stands in the way of that, you will not hesitate to, you know, cut them out of your life. So you have the Strength card for your second clarifier. You have Strength twice, actually. Like I said, I think you're starting to see the raw things about this person. You know, like, we're not all perfect. On the surface, maybe, you know, especially with social media being a thing, nobody is perfect. And I think, you know, you're starting to open the mouth of the beast and see what makes this person real, what makes them raw, what makes them a human being. You know, especially because if you're living with somebody, some of you guys are in a situation where you are living with somebody and you're starting to really see what makes this person human. I'm also hearing, like, let go of control. You know, I think some of you guys are really fearing the unexpected, you know, but who loves unexpected more than Aries? You know, nobody. You guys love the unexpected and the unpredictable because that's who you are, right? Maybe you fear it because you know you're like that. And, you know how much sometimes, you know, the unpredictable can be a little detrimental. But I don't see it so much as that in this situation. I think some of you guys need to release control. Release this anxiety, this monster within you, right? That's still got a grip on you. Because there is fear here, and I think that's what this monster represents, this fear, this anxiety. And you have to open it up and look at the belly of the beast and look what is really, really making you fearful of this situation, this home situation, this relationship, whatever it may be, this situation involving the emotions, involving the home. I think it's more of a fear of the unknown, like I said. And I think that some of you guys really, really need to open this up and look at it for what it really is. And maybe that'll help you release this anxiety. Like, oh, I'm just scared of the possibilities, you know? There's so many different things that could happen in this situation. And I don't know. I don't know how to plan for it, you know? So I'm just gonna release control and just allow. Because whatever's meant to happen will happen. So you have the Knight of Pentacles for your third clarifier. I have strong earth sign energy here. I think some of you could be in a relationship with an earth sign. And if you are, I think you're going back and forth about this earth sign, not really sure. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But I see there being an offer being made. And you're going to have to make a decision, Aries. I think this could be in the realms of work, just because it is the pentacle, you know, so this is in terms of money and finances. Could totally be a love situation because you have the Two of Water overhead. I think some of you guys might get an offer from somebody while you're in a relationship or while you're in a connection with somebody else. And I think there might be a juggling situation going on, like not really sure what to do. Or maybe you're going to get an offer of relationship. Like maybe you're going to, if you're single in the third week, fourth week possibly, you could be seeing an offer of a relationship from somebody who is possibly an earth sign, maybe a fire sign, maybe a water sign. And I think you will be going back and forth on this because you're going to be weighing your options, not really sure if you want to be single or if you want to be in a relationship. Some of you guys are dealing with a Leo. I'm picking up strong Leo energy. You could have an offer being made to this Leo. You could be making the offer to this Leo of commitment. Or maybe you're going back and forth, not really sure if you should make this offer of commitment to this Leo. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure if, I'm not really sure if that's what this Leo wants, if I'm being completely honest. Just because I have the Queen of Swords. So it's interesting, I have the Knight and the Queen, and then I have the Page and the Queen. So I think some of you guys are emotionally maturing in work as well, stepping up to a new position in work. But also with, you know, with the swords, I see it as like learning how to communicate better. Like some of you guys are going to really learn how to communicate with others better this month. And it is going to open up more opportunities for you because, you know, you've learned how to speak better. Maybe you're more eloquent, yeah. Interesting. Like I said, some of you guys are in a relationship. Be careful with any external people who try to break this strong connection, because I think some of you guys are in a very strong connection. It can be shaky sometimes, you know, but he dances amongst the shakiness of the world. He balances very well. So, you know, even amongst the shakiness, like I said, I don't think this is enough to break you guys, all of this conflict with this person. But do be mindful of somebody who could, you know, try to swoop in and take your lover. You know, of somebody who tries to break this connection, somebody who tries to make an offer towards maybe you or maybe your partner. Maybe somebody's, you know, maybe somebody you guys are connecting with a Leo, and there could be somebody who tries to come in and make an offer to your Leo. But I don't see them taking this offer, if I'm being completely honest, because this is a very strong and stable connection. I don't think they're willing to cut this off, if I'm being completely honest with you. Yeah, be mindful of external forces who want to see this connection fail, because I picked this up in Aquarius's reading also. Like, some of you guys have people in your awareness who maybe want to see you fail. You know, they're very envious of what you have in terms of a relationship possibly. And they want to break this just so they can see you lose. You know, they don't want to see you win in terms of a relationship. So they'll do anything, even if it's play, you know, the one who swoops in and tries to steal your partner. Oh, ego. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Yeah, guys, be mindful of your thoughts this month, because I do sense, you know, some fear-based thoughts creeping in, and that's normal. You know, all of us experience it. But I do think some of you guys are going back and forth in terms of a commitment that you've made, whether it's in work or whether it's in a relationship at home. I think some of you guys are, you know, worried about if this has been the right choice, if you've made the right decision. There's like this false sense of entrapment. Like, some of you guys feel trapped, like you don't really know what to do. Knight of Swords. Ah, nice. So the ego is what creates all the conflict in your connections. Some of you guys are either dealing with somebody who has a big ego, or maybe you yourself have not, you know, diluted the ego, starved the ego. Meditation can help this, psychedelics, if that's what you're interested in. I'm not promoting the use of psychedelics, but if you are interested in dissolving the ego, that can be a very, very successful way of doing so. So I think there is, you know, I've always told people that I give advice to, the ego is the biggest killer of relationships. It is. It's the biggest killer of a lot of different things, a lot of relationships with friends, with partners, with family members. And I think somebody keeps rushing back to the ego. That could also be what this monster is here that has a grip on some of you, the ego. You know, not wanting to be the one that says sorry, or not wanting to be the one that looks vulnerable, right? But sometimes we have to. You know, we have to drop that ego and just be connected to source, be connected to others, because when there is no ego, there's no separation. So I think some of you guys are still in this mindset of separation, and that's what's creating the conflict in your relationships. But that's what I see here, Aries. If you would like to book a personal reading, please DM me or email me. All my information is in the description box below, and I will see you guys later. Take care, Aries. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.